When millions of files linked to Jeffrey Epstein landed, they exposed a life obsessively documented. Like this video of the convicted paedophile dancing. A billionaire who used his enormous wealth to abuse and hid behind a luxury lifestyle. The Epstein files contain videos of massages, private jets and pools.
I've never seen so many beautiful girls.
A bizarre mix of more than 2,000 videos, 180,000 images, 3 million emails, texts, flight logs, all still being sifted through. Released by the US Department of Justice without context, some videos less than a second long. In this clip, Epstein chases women through a kitchen. Voices of unidentified girls can be heard. There's also this of Epstein, which appears to be filmed while he's in prison. He's secretly recording a video message for 2 women, who we won't name.
You can see I have a little sore on my face that I got from some black guy trying to kiss me. It's really disgusting.
Among the files, heavily redacted, sexually explicit videos. And it's not just Jeffrey Epstein's personal images. The files also contain videos captured by the US authorities. Here, Ghislaine Maxwell, in 2016, being questioned over Virginia Giuffre's civil case.
Who were the other 17-year-old masseuses they were aware of?
I'm not aware of any.
Were there any 16-year-old masseuses you were aware of?
I'm not aware.
Any 15?
I just want to be clear. The only person that I'm aware of who claims to have been, and we have to, whilst I've established that now is 17, given that she has changed her age so many times.
And here she is in July 2020, a glimpse into her life inside her cell. She was waiting to hear whether or not she would be granted bail. And outside it, relaxed, making phone calls, some lasting more than 20 minutes, while facing charges of recruiting women and girls, including a 14-year-old. On Monday, Maxwell will be testifying under oath while facing charges of recruiting women and girls, including a 14-year-old. On Monday, Maxwell will be testifying under oath before Congress. The committee will be investigating the government's handling of the Epstein files. There is this footage from Epstein's Paris apartment. Pharrell Williams' happy plays as a woman dances. A DNA paternity test can be seen on Epstein's desk. The same home where this now infamous photo of Peter Mandelson was taken. Which brings us neatly to here, Epstein outside the Louvre, with France's former culture minister, Jack Lang. Of course, we should say, appearing in the files doesn't imply any wrongdoing. The files show excess, hotel rooms, flash cars, selfies. In one clip, Candle in the Wind plays from his personal playlist on board what appears to be Epstein's private jet. Millions of files with little explanation. For survivors, the release reopens old wounds. While context is often missing, discomfort isn't.
Nice! Jeffrey Epstein's links to Vladimir Putin have emerged, with thousands of new files directly naming the Russian president. The paedophile financier used Russian girls as part of the world's largest honey trap, intelligence sources claim. Epstein is also believed to have had connections with Russian organised crime, who may have been blackmailing him. This could explain his ties to Russian girls and how he was able to fly them over to the West so often. The new files come after the Justice Department released millions of documents related to the convicted sex offender on Friday. They include over 1,000 pages naming Putin and nearly 10,000 referring to Moscow. One email delivered to Epstein on September 11, 2011, shows an anonymous sender discussing an appointment with Putin. The mystery person explains to Epstein that he had heard about a potential meeting between Putin and the disgraced financier. Additionally, in a 2014 email, Japanese entrepreneur Joi Ito said to Epstein in a message that he wasn't able to convince Reed to change his schedule to join a proposed meeting with Putin and the millionaire paedophile. The Reed he is referring to is understood to be Reid Hoffman, billionaire co-founder of LinkedIn. It is unclear whether or not the meeting between Epstein and Putin without Reed ever took place. But a follow-up email appears to suggest it was cancelled due to the Malaysia Airlines disaster in 2014, when Russia-backed forces shot down a passenger jet over Ukraine, killing nearly 300 people. Ito said following the attack, "Bad idea now after the plane crash." Another shocking email sent in November 2010 shows Epstein asking someone if they need a Russian visa. In the exchange, Epstein says, "I have a friend of Putin's, should I ask him?" Other messages showed Epstein claiming he would provide the Kremlin with valuable intel on Donald Trump ahead of the US president's 2018 summit with his Russian counterpart. The new batch of Epstein docs has also piled more pressure on former Prince Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, who was denied all allegations against him, but is mentioned and pictured several times. He was seen in one image on all fours over a woman sprawled out on the floor. Sir Keir Starmer on Saturday urged Andrew to testify over his links to Epstein. His calls came after a second woman claimed that she had been abused terribly by both Epstein and Andrew. Epstein killed himself in a New York jail in 2019 while facing charges for sex trafficking of minors. His accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, is serving a 20-year term for sex trafficking and related crimes.
Yeah, I met Jeffrey in 2011. The focus was always, he knew a lot of very rich people, and he was saying he could get them to give money to global health. You know, in retrospect, that was a dead end, and I was foolish to spend time with him. I was one of many people who regret ever knowing him. No, apparently Jeffrey wrote an email to himself. That email was never sent. The email is, false. So I don't know what his thinking was there. It just reminds me, every minute I spent with him, I regret and I, apologize that I did that.
Oh, hi. Would you like a free gift? I'm a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
What are you, class 3 sexual predator?
Tier 1.
What's tier 1's the highest and worst?
No,
I'm the lowest. You're the
yes.
lowest. Okay, tier 1, you're the lowest. But a criminal.
Yes.
Is your money dirty money?
If you live.
I just asked a question. Is your money dirty money?
No, it's not. So, in fact.
Why is it not dirty money?
Because I earned it.
But you earned it. We went back to this before. You earned
yes.
it. You earned it advising the worst people in the world. But you earned it. We went back to this before. You earned
yes.
it. You earned it advising the worst people in the world, right? That do enormous bad things, and just to make more money.
So, instead of asking me the question, should you take the money? Because I think it's a legitimate question.
You think it's a legitimate question?
Yes, no
Why?
question. Because I think about it, I think ethics is always a complicated subject. But I can tell you that with the money I gave to help try to eradicate polio in Pakistan and India, instead of asking me whether that money should be given to these children for vaccines, I think you might want to ask their mothers who received the vaccine, who know their child now won't get polio, and ask them if Epstein should have helped these people. You're a mathematician. We walked into that clinic where they're giving that money out to these people that are in the most dire straits of poverty and sickness, and told them that the money was coming from class 3 sexual predator? Tier 1.
What's tier 1's the highest and worst?
No, I'm the lowest.
You're the lowest. Okay, tier 1, you're the lowest. But a criminal.
Yes.
That the money came from them. What percentage of people do you estimate? I understand you don't like probabilities. Do you estimate would say, I don't care, I want the money for my children?
I would say everyone said, I want the money for my children.
Did they know where the money came from?
I think if you told them, if I told them the devil
100%. Himself.
The devil himself said, I'm going to exchange some dollars for your child's life.
Do you think you're the devil himself?
No, but I do have a good mirror.
It's a serious question.
Sorry.
Do you think you're the devil himself?
I don't know. Why would you say that?
Because you have all the attributes. You're incredibly smart. You remember the devil is somebody knows
what?
The devil's brilliant. You read Milton's Paradise Lost.
No, the devil scares me.
Satan is at the number 1 or 2 archangel, and the reason he goes to hell and leads the rebellion is because he can't be the top guy. And his thing is, I'd rather reign in hell than serve in heaven.
I saw that in a movie.
What did you think of the latest release of Epstein files, and do you think your critics will be satisfied with?
Well, they should be, because it looked like this guy Wolf, who's a writer, was conspiring with Epstein to do harm to me. And I didn't see it myself, but I was told by some very important people that not only does it absolve me, it's the opposite of what people were hoping, the radical left. that Wolf, who's a third-rate writer, was conspiring with Jeffrey Epstein to hurt me, politically or otherwise, and that came through loud and clear. So we'll probably sue Wolf on that. And maybe the Epstein estate, I guess. I don't know, but we're going to certainly sue
You
Wolf.
want to sue the Epstein estate?
Well, you may, I guess so, because he was conspiring with Wolf to do harm to me politically. That's not a friend.
No, but like honestly, someone told me their pasta's really good, so I was like, we should definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is this for me?
Just thought you might want one.